Hi, I'm AJ Vallejo.
And I'm Kendall Beard.
And we're loving chaos. And you're watching
Up Late Austin.
All right. I'm your host, Jake Martin. We have a great show for you tonight. I'm so excited to announce Pauline Reese and band, or just Pauline Reese, and of course the band is...
Yeah, and band.
Given.
Pauline Reese band. Yeah,
Okay,
keep
there
it
you
simple,
go.
stupid.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So let's talk first. Let's do a little round of introductories and give us your name and where you're from. I like to, they see you guys play, but they don't get to, come up and talk to you. They see you on stage and idolize you guys, and they don't know the personal, info.
Well,
on y'all.
I'm Pauline, and I like long walks on the beach. Thank you.
Do you like pina coladas?
I am more of a margarita gal.
Oh, yes.
Mexican martinis, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, so Trudy's, or what's your best place for that?
Trudy's.
Okay, yeah.
Good call.
Me too.
Good call.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then, where did you grow up?
I haven't yet, so.
Okay. Where were you born? There you go.
I was born in East Texas, a little town called Pittsburgh, Texas.
Wow.
And then we moved to Austin when I was 11, so just 20 years ago now.
Yeah. And when did, I'm assuming you didn't come out with a guitar, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you played pretty young, or when did you start playing?
I started playing music when I was a little kid, but I joined a band, a professional touring band, when I was 15. So I couldn't drive.
That's the way to go, kids.
Yeah.
Start tour with a professional band at 15, if you can do it. That
Well,
helps.
I lucked out. It must have been it was a God thing.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I just kind of kept on going. I mean,
And you
things
started on guitar?
got bigger and bigger. Sure did. Yeah, I played a little piano, and then I graduated to guitar thanks to my grandfather's help, and also Freddie Powers is one of my mentors.
When did you step in front of a mic and start singing with your guitar?
Oh, gosh, probably when I was about 14 or 15,
14, so
around
young.
then.
Golly. So,
Yeah. So just
no wonder you sound so good.
26 years ago now. Yeah, crazy.
That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to go talk to the guys over here. I'll be right back.
My math keeps changing.
Yeah. It's whenever. How old? Hello. What's your name and what do you play here?
I'm Robin Mordecai. I play bass.
Nice. Now, did you start on bass, or did you start on piano? Was that your gateway, and then you moved to bass? Or is this what you've been doing?
Started on piano. Then I switched to drums.
Mm-hmm.
Did drums all the way into high school.
Watch out, man.
And then I got bored
Uh-huh.
and taught myself bass and then guitar. And
This is our overachiever. Yeah.
He plays the triangle cymbal
Yeah.
too.
He's that kid that the teachers told him, just sit on your hands.
Yeah, don't move.
they did. They did.
No,
They're like,
so-
stop moving.
And speaking of school, where did you grow up? Where were you born?
I was born in Dallas, but I grew up here in Austin.
Oh,
so,
nice. Okay, Austin. Very good. All right, I'm going to come over here. Hatched, yeah. Name?
I'm John Groves. I play guitar.
Yes. And how long you been playing that thing?
I've been playing for about 9 years now.
A good while.
Yeah, professionally, like 3 maybe.
Yeah.
And little emphasis on professional.
There you go.
We're getting
well,
there.
I mean, when you're with her, it's the company that
Right,
you keep
right.
that adds a little bit of that.
Go ahead and ask him that question.
Yeah, so he was. I understand that she's seen you since you were a little kid.
Yeah.
Running around. So By the way, when did you join this band? This iteration?
So I guess it would have been the beginning of this year. Yeah. So fun fact, my dad used to actually play for Pauline.
That's what we're getting at.
Yeah.
So
and I used to grow up coming to the shows and just running around backstage and whatnot. And then I started picking up guitar, and she started looking for a guitar player about a year ago. My dad, he hit me with the gig, and
it's like, hey, you remember that little
fireworks.
kid? Yeah, he's a big kid now.
Yeah.
So do you remember that?
Yeah. Like. Carly, that was the first shows I was going to growing up. Yeah,
he was
right?
pretty young. Yeah, that's true.
And so it really wasn't that long ago. You're right, but man, I remember a lot of it like it was nothing. I remember whenever she had her Pauline Reese picnic back in the day, and that was like one of the coolest things I'd ever seen at that age.
Nice. Now, and what's your dad's name? That's name drop?
His name's Jared Groves. Yeah, he like I said, he's a guitar player. Plays for a guy named Gary P. Nunn right now.
Oh, yeah.
And he's my idol, man. He's the greatest guitar player alive, in my opinion.
There you go. Awesome. Let me come back here to the forgotten drummer.
Stand up.
Here you go.
How's it going?
Hello, how you doing? What's your name?
My name is Brian Connor.
All right. And how long you been playing the drums?
About, I guess, 20 years now.
Okay.
Yeah, off and on. I didn't start on drums. I actually started on bass, funny enough. But I always wanted to play drums, and so I finally got me a kit for my 18th birthday and just kind of started doing that. And then picked up other stuff on the way, mandolin and banjo and guitar. I just recently picked up guitar.
Now, what was there any band influence that or drummer that really got you excited about drums?
Oh, that's
Which one?
that's a tough question. That's a really tough question.
Don't say Robin.
No. I guess the first drummer that I first started kind of looking at and really kind of starting to learn his stuff was Greg Eklund of Everclear. And then people like Danny Carey of Tool. You've got Benny Greb, who has the Benny Greb Trio. Just some amazing drummers out there. It's hard to even pick one, really.
And I don't remember if I asked you, where are you from? Were you born here?
I was actually born in Katy and then shortly moved to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And that's where I lived until probably about 10, 15 years ago.
So many people that are from somewhere else, but from Texas, they're Katy, like or Sugar Land or something like that. Anyway, all right. So yeah, we're gonna hear those play, and I'm excited. You guys had a great sound check, and of course I've seen you before. But let's also did you have any childhood influences?
Yeah, absolutely. I had so many that it's hard to put a name on just one. But I do remember, my family was a big influence to me.
Yeah.
My grandmother was a singer on both sides of my family, and one played concert piano, and then the other spoke fluent Spanish and German and played piano and organ and was very talented. And then my mom sang, and she was a big influence to me. She was always singing around the house, and she was in a band when she was younger, and then she had, she quit that, got married, and had 8 children. So
That'll slow you down a little bit.
The band was over.
Yeah.
And so as far as major influence that was legendary was definitely Willie Nelson. My mom used to listen to Hoagie Carmichael, and one time I heard a Hoagie Carmichael song, Blue Skies, and I realized that this guy was singing it, and I was like, wait a minute, this is not the version that Mom listens to. And I thought, well, this guy is either people are going to love him or they're going to hate him. And I think I was about maybe 7 when I thought that, so I already had a business sense for.
Yeah. That's not good marketing.
I was like, this guy, this guy might do something, but he had already done a lot, and I figured that out later. And then I was, really, really lucky enough to meet him through Freddie Powers and Catherine Powers. So grew up around that crew, and then met other great songwriters and influences. Chris Christopherson was a big influence. Sonny Throckmorton is a big influence for me. And all of those guys that have toured Texas forever, like Johnny Rodriguez is a good friend and mentor, and Johnny Lee, Gary P. Nunn, Michael Martin Murphy's a huge influence for me. And we've actually, the first song we're going to play is a song that we wrote together with his son, Ryan Murphy, who's a wonderful artist and songwriter.
Nice.
Yeah.
I want to give out the website. And you got it kind of refreshed it, right? It's kind of new?
We did. We have a new website. We just signed with the Matchless Booking, which I'm really excited about. And we're just really excited for this group to be together.
And what, like, we had you out here, I think, a year or two ago, and it was just you and someone else. When did this band form?
Well, it's really been, Robin's played with me on and off for what? 6 or 7 years, and I've known his dad most of my career. Yeah. And then Brian, couple of years?
3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years on and off. Yeah. And then I was needing a guitar player, and Derek Groves talked to him and said, man, John's really a great guitar player. And I was like, you mean little John that used to come to our shows running around, that guy? And then, I saw him. I was like, oh, my gosh, okay, he's grown up now. And we just kind of got together, and this group just really works. We
Nice.
have a lot of fun, as you could tell, during our
yes.
downtime.
Yes, it was fun. You guys miss a lot of the shenanigans that go on pre-show, but it's good. Okay, so I'm going to get out of the way.
Okay.
We're going to come back in about 15 minutes and talk a little bit more about the music and recording and all that good stuff, because
Okay.
I know you got a new one coming out.
I do. I
right.
do. 7th album coming out soon.
Whoa.
Really excited about
And
it.
if you would, just intro each song before
Sure.
you start it.
Sure.
Thank you.
This is the song that I was talking about that I co-wrote with Michael Martin Murphy and Ryan Murphy. Song about high stakes of life. You're in between the earth and sky, not too low but not too high. You're all alone, the unknown. Don't look back and don't take stock. Let it reel, let it rock. You're in the zone, so let it go. When you're coming round the curve and you start to lose your nerve, take the dare. Don't be scared. Stop the pedal to the floor. Give it just a little bit more. You're almost there. Oh, you're almost there. You don't understand the card you're holding in your hand starts to shake. High stakes. Feeling like a fool 'cause you're breaking every rule, but it feels great. High stakes. When your feet are to the fire and the flames are rushing higher and it gets hot, give it all you got. When they're tearing down your name, girl, don't be ashamed, don't take the blame. Get in the game. 'Cause heaven is so close and hell is there for those who wait around. So don't wait around. You'll get up and in the fight when you know that it's right, and stand your ground. Yeah, knock 'em down. You don't understand the card you're holding in your hand starts to shake. High stakes. You're feeling like a fool 'cause you're breaking every rule, but it feels great. High stakes. Oh, 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 You're in between the earth and somewhere in the sky, not too low, but not too high. You don't understand the card you're holding in your hand starts to shake. High stakes. Feeling like a fool 'cause you're breaking every rule, but it feels great. High stakes. Yeah, ain't it great? High Thank you so much. Thank you. So this next song is on our EP. We're going to release 6 of the tunes on the new album, and we're hoping to do that later this month or mid-month. And we're not sure which one's going to be the single just yet. We might do the duet I have with Willie Nelson, so we'll just see how the dice rolls, see how it works out, whichever one we want to do. This is one of my favorite tunes on the record, though. It's called If I'd Have Known.
Is there forgiveness with all that's been done? As for regrets, you say you have none. Like water over burning bridges, heals regrets and bad decisions. Could I have changed your mind to let me go? Like water over burning bridges, heals regrets and bad decisions. Could I have changed your mind to let me go? If I'd have known, if I'd have known who I was now back then, would you have followed
Thank you. Thank you so much. And I don't even know what we're doing. What do we have next? You have the list. You're in charge. Oh, there you go. All right, I'm going to drop my...
Or do you want to save this for the second set?
Well, let's save it for the second set, and then that way I can tune my guitar. Drop my D. What's that?
You've got to use that guitar, so we should do that.
Okay, all right, fine.
All right, we're dropping it.
We're dropping it. So in the meantime, please go and check out my website, please. PaulineReese.com if you support independent artists. This is a song I wrote with my friend Pat York, and he
had been through some really tough times in his life, survived leukemia twice, and I met him at a rodeo that I was performing at with my band, and he said he had a song that he hadn't finished, and so I listened to it, and I loved it, and I never finished the song until I went through my own traumatic experience about 5 years ago. And I happened to be going through some papers, organizing some things, and I found this song that we had talked about doing, and I finished it in 2 minutes after I went through what I went through. And I called Pat and I said, Pat, I finally finished our song. It only took me 10 years and 3 minutes. So this one's called One of Those Days, which we've all had.
Woke up this morning with my head in a mess. This could be one of those days. Just when I'm thinking about leaving this place, this could be one of those days. How will I know when it's time to go? Take 2 steps up, then I take 3 back. And I've seen people leave and never look back. Well, this could be one of those days. One of those days when I'm feeling kind of low. One of those days I might find out where to go. I try to get high, but I reach really low. Well, it's gonna be one of those days. This world keeps spinning round and round. This could be one of those days. You're right tied up, but your life is upside down. This could be one of those days. Yeah. One of those days when your tail is in a crack. You ask for an inch and they take it all back. Just when you thought that you had a little slack. Well, this could be one of those days. 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 This could be one of those. This could be one of those days.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Whew. Let's talk about I know you guys got a lot of stuff going on. We got the website up. What? Tell me about the new EP or CD or whatever. The new music you got coming out.
So this is a really fun project for me. It's the best project I've ever done by far because I went through a lot of things in the last 5 years. My husband broke his neck in a rodeo accident. I had a traumatic experience where I bled out over half my blood mass in a situation, and I ended up having a stroke and had to relearn how to understand speech. And gosh, we've had a lot going on.
Wow.
And so I think through all of that, and then all of the influences that I had growing up, I have all of this experience to talk about now.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's some pretty good experience. That's some good songwriting material.
Definitely, definitely. And this is what everyone, I mean, I know there's some people watching that have seen me grow up in the music business, and they're like, see, I told you, I had to go through some stuff to be able to write these type of songs. But every single one of these people that are highly respected in the music business that I've shown this new album are like, yeah, that's it. You found yourself.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I'm very excited. And this is kind of a bridge of all of the music that I grew up listening to and was influenced by, and the songwriters that I was around, and paying homage to them without imitating what they did.
Right.
It's my own version of, a kind of a thank you, a nice nod, but it's not imitating anyone, which is very exciting.
Yeah, just has that flavor to it. Do you, I know personally, I love, nothing's better, sweeter to write about than pain and, so, and it's usually after a breakup where people just get so inspired. You take stuff for granted, and then, you're without, and so you have all this, thoughts and romantic stuff instead of the romance would have been nice while you were in the thing, but for me, it always comes after the fact. I should have done this, and I miss it.
Right.
What's your writing style? Do you kind of have the lyrics? Do you pour out the lyrics and then you come and put it to guitar, or do you, come up with some riff and you're like, okay, now I need to go sit down and put lyrics to it?
Well, it depends on the song. I think, the word inspiration means in spirit. And so I don't ever try to force a song to happen. If it works when you sit down and co-write with somebody, great. But most of the time I write by myself. And for instance, I had one melody that I would play on my guitar to get my girls to go to sleep at night. And I just loved this melody so much. I'd play it on my gut string guitar. And so I just decided it had to be on an album for them.
Right.
Especially after almost dying. A lot of this is letting them know that I'm here. And even if I wasn't here, that I would still be around. This lives on, kind of thing. And so I ended up writing a song called Wanderlust with that melody. And some songs just come with the melody and the lyrics all at once, like the Willie Nelson duet. That one was all lyrics and melody all at once. And then I came back and worked on it a little bit more later. So it just depends, really, for me. Sometimes it's lyrics, sometimes guitar, sometimes both.
And speaking of Willie Nelson, hey, Willie, let's get together and write a you guys go to his
house,
and then you're like, okay, let's, what do you, are you working on any sound? How does that?
So actually,
okay, man, now I'm ready.
Okay, so I called him, and he answered the phone. It's probably an accident. He probably accidentally was like, oh, crap, I answered. I gotta, now I have to say something. And so I said, hey, I've been working on this thought about, life and these different things and these lyrics, and so he said, I like that idea. And he said, do you have any music? And I said, well, sort of. I said, I have a good melody, and I want this Native American song in it.
Awesome.
And kind of the two together. Yeah. And he said, I love that idea. He said, send it to me, and we were going to co-write it. And so I sent it to him, and about a month goes by, and then I sat there with a friend of mine, Ryan Murphy, and I just finished the rest of it with him. And so it was 3/4 done, and I was like, well, let's just finish it. So I called him, and he happened to answer again. It's probably the same genes. And he said, no, I like it just the way it is, after I sent him our acoustic version of it. And so he said, let's go cut it as a duet. I said, great. So we did that. And a little time went by, and I thought, well, I'll put this on my new album. And he called me and said, I want to put it on my album. I've been listening to it. I really like it.
Whoa.
And I thought, oh, man, this is it. This is my moment.
And this was last year or early this year?
No, this was actually 2.5 years.
2.5, okay.
2 years ago.
Okay.
Because my husband broke his neck, and a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah,
and
put
so
things on pause.
Put things on pause, yeah. So it was really hard to hold on to that.
So you record the song. Mm-hmm. He says, I like it. I'm going to put it on mine.
Yep. So in the meantime, that label is a traditionalist label that he's on, and so they put out the Gershwin record. Mm-hmm. They put out a lot of things that this song just doesn't fit on, because like I said, this is a truly original piece of music that is not like most songs out there, which is great. Yeah. But it's hard to find an album that's going to fit on. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been great on one of his older, what was it, Great Divide. It would fit in there. One of those types of records that he did, just kind of off the wall, still country, but not traditional. Yeah. So yeah, there it is. Awesome. We're just gonna put it out and.
And how many songs are on this new CD you're working on?
So there's six on the EP right now, and then we have 6 more coming. So. Okay. Yeah.
And is the 6, are they kind of themed?
No.
All over the place?
It's well, it all fits together, but it's this, I mean, it's what you're hearing. So, it fits, but it's not like every other country artist out there, for sure.
Yeah, some people say, or like, when tonight I told them, you were gone, they're like, country, right? I'm like, well, kind of rock. Yeah, it's like, I don't want to say country.
Yeah, I call it Western rock.
Yeah, it's kind of country-ish.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, totally.
I mean, I used to ride my horse into bars, and I've played a ton of rodeos. I played the rodeo circuit a lot. Yeah. Because I grew up doing that, and I'm married to a professional rodeo cowboy, so, if we fit, it works.
Yeah. And the new CD is Lucky Number 7?
Lucky Number 7.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me look at the time.
Yeah, we laugh at that title now. That everything.
Yeah, is there a story behind that?
Well,
or because you're alive?
Because I'm alive. Because I'm number 7 of 8 children. Because I just feel really lucky to be here. Yeah. And what's funny is all that other stuff happened after. I named the record a long time ago, the EP. And then I went through a bunch of stuff, and I was like, maybe I should call it Unlucky 7, and I'll win the lotto or something. Yeah. Cool.
Where did you record? I guess the rest of it was probably a little bit different than what you did with Willie, as far as do you guys have your own studio? Do you, use one of the Austin ones? Did you go to Nashville?
No, I used an Austin bass session here, and then it was Dwight Baker, who is fantastic, super talented producer. And I wanted someone who would break out of that traditional box, because my last 3 albums were not traditional country, and I kind of had that stigma of being traditional, which is great. Yeah. And I still play traditional country, but this newer sound is something that I wanted a producer like that.
Probably fun to do something a little slightly
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you think about
outside
like the Stones, or someone that's been around forever, Van Morrison, like, they're just sick of those hits. We love them, but they're just sick of playing those same songs for 50 years.
Yeah, well, I wanted something that had, more than just a shuffle. On the record, and. I just wanted to be outside of the box. And no painter paints the same painting over and over. Yeah. And so that's how I look at my music. It's a different piece of art every time I have a CD. And that's the beautiful part about being independent, really, is we can do whatever we want to do. Nobody's making me do anything.
Do you have a typical timeline of, like, when you sit down to write a song, do you knock them out pretty quickly, at least the basic part of it, before you record?
Once again, that depends on the song and how many interruptions I have that day.
Daily life.
Yeah. I mean, I have a ranch that we live on, a working ranch with, cattle, horses, chickens, dogs, kids, cats, a pet deer that just had a baby deer.
Do you have bees?
My neighbor has bees.
God, I want bees so bad.
Yeah, so I get free honey from my neighbors. I trade them for, eggs or, I made grape jelly this year, so I get free honey, so I don't need the bees.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Why buy it if you can get it for free?
That's right.
All right. So I'm going to get out of the way. We're going to do another set. We'll come back about 10:50 or so.
Okay.
Loving it.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should do Sweetgrass. So this song is a song that I wrote with a friend of mine, Waylon Payne, who's a great songwriter and actor. And this is about the place that we live on and about what we both had been through, hard times. It's about remembering all the people before us that had been through hard times and how you were going to pass that along to the next generation about being tough and hanging in there, You've got all these people who in the 1800s lost, 5 or 6 children. And so that kind of helped me put it in perspective, with what I went through. So this one's called Sweetgrass. I can see what you've seen through your eyes, where the sweet grass sways and the eagle flies. You've worked this place, you plowed this land, with the sweat of your brow and the toil of your hands, and you've marked it with your grace, where the sweet grass sways, the sweet grass sways. Blood's been spilled and hearts poured out, and tears of rain through the cold and the drought. The seeds of hope I now hold, and it's up to me to make them grow, and I'll see my babies raised with the sweet grass sway, the sweet grass sway. Angels come, and the plows stand still, there's work to be done, but the ground is rich, the roots are strong. As long as you're here, we'll carry it on. We'll carry it on. And Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's play a song about my great-grandpa. So I guess this is the part where the nut doesn't fall too far from the tree. My great-grandfather is from Dallas, Texas, and he was a builder, and he used to run around with the Barrow Brothers. And if any of you have seen the Netflix special called The Highwayman, then you'll know what I'm talking about. We still have this gun in our family that my great-grandpa hid.
You could never tell by looking, but his hair was blonde as gold, and eyes of blue that looked at you and saw right through your soul. And he'd tell you the stories back when he was young, of a 44 6-shot pearl handle gun. Joe Brands was a wild one, he ran with a clan. He had a picture of Jesus tattooed on his hand. His mama tried to warn him about what he called fun. And that 44 6-shot pearl handle gun. Dallas, his brother by his side. He met a girl named Bonnie, where Joe Brands ain't alright, drinking moonshine from the mesa till the morning sun. With that 44 6-shot pearl handle. Dallas Morning News, and Bonnie and Clyde had killed a man on Central Avenue, and they were cutting down in Mobile, going fast as they could run. And the law never found that lost dirty gun. My great-granddaddy Joe Brands is 44 6-shot pearl handle gun.
Thank you. True story. Well, this song right here is one that I wrote with Ryan Murphy. And it's a song that I jokingly dedicate to all my exes. It's called Save Your Breath. I really think Sheryl Crow should cut this song. There's a piece of me that you can't touch. Save your breath. You can scream out loud and cry and shout. You'll never know what I'm about. Save your breath. Never listened anyway. What else is it? Don't try to change me, you don't make me who I am. You can't save me, don't try to break me. Save your breath. You're up and down like a merry-go-round. You're so lost you can't be found. Save your breath. Your lies come down like an avalanche. You come to me for a second chance. Save your breath. Never listen anyway. What else is there left to say? Don't try to change me, rearrange me, 'cause you don't make me who I am. You can't save me, don't try to break me. Save your breath. Don't try to change me, rearrange me, 'cause you don't make me who I am. You can't save me, don't try to break me. Save your breath. Save your breath.
Look at that, right on time.
Another super short one?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do a short one, so we'll come back.
I hope you caught that. Does anybody really want a super short one? Or, yeah.
Songwriting.
I call my short cables my ex-husbands. Anybody got an ex-husband? Mine's got a short in it. Just kidding. Sort of. This is why this group gets along so well. Here's one called Dreamcatcher. how the stars shine in the sky. You were rising through the willows, and you feel like you can fly. There's a place high in the mountains where a horse runs free and wide. I'm a border, you travel swiftly where dreams can come alive. You must walk the road not taken. You can see no tears you cried, even when your heart is breaking. That dream gets to ride. There are shadows that surround you, whispers in the night. Drink Petra, she keeps on running, takes you high into the light. You must walk the road not taken. You can't see no tears you cry. And when your heart is breaking, that dream gets to ride. There are shadows that surround you, whispers in the night. Drink Petra, she keeps on running, takes you high into the light. You must walk the road not taken. You can't see no tears you cry. And when your heart is breaking, that dream gets to
Man, give me a guitar. I want to do a song with y'all. Okay. So what's up with next for you guys? Any big shows?
Yes.
Let's do
yeah.
some promoting.
Sleep. We're not going to
Yeah.
sleep. Not this year. Not next year. No, we have a lot. We have a lot coming.
Yeah.
And like I said, we just signed with the booking agency. We've got this group together, which I really believe in.
Yeah.
And for the first time in, oh my gosh, maybe 7 or 8 years, that this group right here is the one I want to
Nice,
get out
yeah.
there and get on the road with. We're playing Houston Rodeo this year. We're playing
Nice.
2 events this year. We're playing Hideout and the Wine Garden, which is a really fun, big outdoor event.
Nice.
Yeah, it's said to replace the Hideout, so we're super excited to play both this year.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of dates on the website, paulinereese.com. And you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and kind of follow the story.
Nice.
From
And
there.
did we talk about the partners and sponsors, the new ones you got?
We have some partners that are coming on board to back this group that have seen us at several events. So we have Farmhouse Vineyards in Johnson City. So we have a
Nice.
winery that is behind us, which is great for
Love it.
a working mom.
Yeah.
And we have Elixir Strings, which has been one of my sponsors for about 15 years now.
Yeah.
So couldn't do it without them, literally.
Yeah, they just give you get boxes every once in a while. Of
I do. They just come in the
not a
mail.
bad deal.
Of course, I only need maybe, I don't know, 15 a year because they really do last and have
Oh,
a good sound
yeah.
the way that they make them. So
There you go.
we've got more coming on board with sponsorships too, but I can't talk about it
Yep,
just
yep.
yet.
And we're running out of time, so that's perfect timing. But thank you, Pauline Reese, for coming
Thank
out and
you.
band.
Thank
you
you
guys
so
are
much for
awesome.
having us again.
Awesome.
Glad to be back. Thank you
yep.
to all the crew. Good to see you guys again.
Thank you
girls.
guys. We'll see you next week.